I told you, personal stories are the prevailing influence. So from our history, I want to present to you a typical instance in Rama's life. Solletuma? Huh? It is such a precious treasure. I was superlatively joyous, exhilarating to the core. See, this is the wealth. Here is the conflict-facing situation explained, my dear souls. I cannot explain it fully, but I will run through it. Sri Ramarajya is referred to in the G20 New Delhi Declaration. You understand? Has any one of you read? This Rama's Rajya, that is the administration, was so beautiful, auspicious, welfare-oriented, that even now it is our ideal. We must have such administrators and rule. So Rama asked one of the spies, Bhadra, my name, what are people speaking about me and the administration? Nirbandha prishtaha sajagada sarvam stuvandi paurashcharidam tvadiyam anyatra raksho bhavanoshidaya parigrahat manavadeva devya. I am quoting these verses so that you will listen to them. Even listening to one word will change your life. When the spy was insisted upon by Rama, he gently opened his mouth to say that all people are praising you for your fair administration. Not a single word of protest, denial. But they only have one point in their mind. Our Lord, our King, accepted a woman who was living in a Rakshasa's palace. Puriyada ungalku? Huh? You know, my eyes are becoming full. Nirbandha prishtaha. When he insisted upon him, the spy, he opened his mouth and said, she lived in a Rakshasa's palace. That's all what he says. We are not going to cast any aspersion. But she lived in a Rakshasa's palace. I still wish my king should not do this. He should not be blamed for this act. Kalatra ninda guruna kilaivam abhyagatam kirti viparjayena ayokhanena ivabhitaptam vaidehi bandhor hridayam vidadre. Can you imagine, my dear souls? A wonderful Rama living in Ayodhya, delighting everybody in the kingdom. Such a great person. When a spy came and told him, he did not ask any further detail. Who said it? Where? How consequential these people are? Nothing he inquired. But he only said, Kalatra ninda gurunaya kilaivam. It was a huge conflict, my dear souls. I want you to weepingly feel it. What? His own wife. What he first did was prepare a fireplace. And Lakshmana asked her to jump into it. She did not get burnt. Came out with golden color. This was more than sufficient. Such a purity incarnate lady. Kalatra ninda guruna. At least one person is there in my kingdom to cast aspersion on her. Therefore, abhyagatam kirti viparjayena. This immediately tarnishes my reputation as a great and glorious king of the Ikshvaku dynasty born from Surya. See? Ayoghanena yaivabhitaptam vaidehi bandhor hridayam vidadre. His mind was already heated. His mind was already heated, but for having asked his Sita to jump into fire, it was more a test for him because he did not know what happened. Sita alone knows. So she had her confidence. But Rama was always having a delicate heart. So his heart was already heated. Now with a huge hammer, it is being hit. Imagine, This is Kalidasa's poetry. What a beautiful poetry is this. How imaginative. Kimatmanurvada katham upekshe jayam adosham uta sanjajami ityeka pakshashraya viklavatvad asit sadola achala chitta vritti. Idu romba azhaga irukappa, neenga padichu paatha theriyum. How beautiful, how conveying, how glorious, how incomparable. Kim atmanarvada katham upekshe. Here is a choice before me, a conflict before me. Shall I bypass this aspersion that has come to me, or jayam adosham utasantyajami, or my sinless wife I shall abandon? Two are the alternatives. Either disregard this report, or if I regard it, I have to abandon Sita. Ityeka paksha ashraya viklavatvad. Thinking about the two, unable to take a decision. Asit sadola achala chitta vritti. His mind became a cradle, swinging. Yeah. Can you imagine the conflict? Will you ever have a greater conflict in life? Enna pesale. Shall I ignore this slander? Or shall I abandon my taint-free wife? Thinking in this manner, his mind became a cradle. Nishchityajan anyanivritti vachyam tyagena patnya parimarshtumaichad abhiswadehat kimudendriyarthad yashodhananam hi yashogiriyaha. See, this is rendered by Kalidasa, a great poet. So every narration he makes, you will find profound reason, support, confirmation, authenticity in what he says. What does he say? Nishchityajananyavnivritti vachyam. By weighing both, he came to a conclusion. What is the conclusion? I am going to abandon my wife Sita in order to wash off this ill reputation. Abhiswadehat kimudendriyarthad. For a man who is faultless and reputed, nothing greater is there than the reputation, the goodwill, the acclaim of the people. Sri Rama was first a king, then a husband. What? When you are married, what do you become? Girls become first the wife, next the daughter. Until marriage, as long as she was in the parents' home, you are a daughter. The moment you are married, your father puts you on your lap and gives you, saying that I have no propriety over this girl. With Gotra Sahitam, I am giving it to you. When that marriage is really done in the Vedic style, every parent will cry. Because he is completely dropping his ownership over the girl and handing it over to the husband. Raghuvamsham Ravi Prasude Upastida Pashyata Kidrushoyam Matta Sadachara Shuje Kalanga Payodavata Divadarpanasya. He introspects. You understand the conflict now? Now, how to raise your own inner dimension from a deeper level to act boldly and confidently in the conflict, in facing the conflict. So you have got a normal mind, conventional mind. It has got the conventional dimension. Now you have to evolve deeper, loftier, broader, and more sterling dimensions of the mind. You should be attentive. See, when he was very young on the coronation day, Kaikeyi told him, no coronation for you. Go straight to Dandakaranya. Live there for 14 years. Before you return, Bharata would have become very close to the people and you will not be able to sit on the throne. He asked, my dear stepmother, only this much? Rama will have left Ayodhya before the sunset today, he declared. Now I am asking every one of you, what will you say? Tell me. I used to ask children and they responded. At least one child will be there, I will do what Rama did. See, this is what he said. That conflict is still facing him in a graver manner. My family, my lineage has been born from the sun. And all of them were Rajarshis, saintly people. And because of me, there is an aspersion coming to the whole lineage. It is like a clean mirror affected by vapor. I am not going to tolerate it. He sent for the brothers and said, Paureshu soham bahuli bhavandam abam tarangeshviva taila bindum sodhum na tatpurvam avarnamishe alanikam sanumiva dvibendra. It's full of simile, my dear souls. I wish you appreciate it. This is a slander which is spreading like a drop of oil in a lake of waves. You know, even a small spot of oil, it will go on spreading because oil floats on the water. So it has started with one man. It is going to spread. Many mouths will start speaking about it later. Paureshu soham. Sodhum, I am not able to bear it, my dear brothers. For the first time that such an aspersion has come to the Ikshvaku dynasty. I feel like a huge tusker elephant being tied to a small post. Do you understand? Huh? Yes. Elephant has got a vow that I will not uproot the tree or trunk where I am tied. It will not uproot. So here is a huge tusker tied to a pole with a chain. I feel so like that. Avaimi chainam anakhedi kintu lokapavado belavan matome chaya hi bhume shashino malatve narovida shuddhimata prajabhi. I know very clearly that Janaki, the foster daughter of King Janaka, a greatly wise knower, she is absolutely sinless. Still, the slander in my society, in my people, is more powerful to me. What is the nature of people? See the beautiful moon, it is all brilliant. The shadow of the earth caused there makes the people say, Chandra is a Kalangi. It's actually the shadow. His brilliance is not affected. This is the way people will talk. So I am not able to bear it. Sashushuvan Madhari Bhargavena Pitirniyogat Prahadam Dvishadvad Pratyagrahid Agrajashasanam Tad Ajna Gurunam Avicharaniya. Lakshmana, having heard the brother, Bhargava has killed his mother at the bidding of his father, Parashurama. So, my brother is an elder. Apart from that, he is a king. When he has ordered me, I am not going to sit in judgment over it. I will simply follow. Lakshmana took her. She had expressed a wish that during pregnancy, I would like to go and spend some time in an ashram serving the saint. So, under that pretext, you take her and leave her near some saintly residence, he said. Lakshmana took her and told the sister-in-law, after prostrating before her, I am very sorry, my brother has asked me to abandon you. You know, Sita instantly became angry. See the characterization. And she says, Vachyastvaya madvajanat saraja vannau vishuddham apiyat samaksham Mam lokavada shravanadahasi Sutasya kim tat sadrisham kulasya. You women, you must be appreciating it, is it not? Sita speaks in such insinuating way. Vachyastvaya madvajanat saraja. See, let that king be told of these my words. She says, let that king be told of these my words. Because Lakshmana is the messenger. She doesn't tell my Lord Rama. Certainly that direct expression is not there. How beautifully it is brought forth here. Vachyastvaya madvajanat saraja vannau vishuddham abhiyat samaksham. Was it not in his presence and at his bidding that I entered the fire and came out unhurt? And that person, he now dares to abandon her. Let me know from him. Go and tell him and let him give me his reply. Sudasya takkim tat sadrisham kulasya. Does it correspond to, does it fit in with his learning? Or the style and convention of his lineage? See the conflict? And this message was delivered to Rama. So what would have been in his mind, you think? Immediately, as a chaste woman of India, here you find the character. See, the entire epic narration is characteral elegance, behavioral majesty, and interactional excellence. Everywhere you can find Kalyana Buddhe Rathavatavayam Loka Nakamacharo Mahishankaniya Maiva Janmantara Padaganam Vibhaga Vishpurja Dhura Prasahya. No, I'm sorry. No. Kalyana Buddhe. That one word, it gives me immeasurable ecstasy. My husband is a Kalyana Buddhi. He has got an auspicious intellect. So what I said was wrong. Athavayam na kamacharo maishankaniya. He would not have acted, especially about me, in a flit of temper, etc. What he has done is right. Mamaiva janmantara padaganam vibhaga vishpurja dhura prasahya. I myself must have done a lot of wrong in my previous life. All the results have now become mature and they are bursting in a thunderous form. He is not to be blamed at all, she says. Kimva tavatyanda vyoga mokhe kuryamupeksham hadajividesmin syadrekshaniyam yadimena teja todiyam andargatamantarayaya. She says, however you have abandoned me, you are not going to come to me, and I shall not be taken to you also. So in your absence, I don't feel like living. A thought is there that I should commit suicide, but I am not allowed. You know why? Because I carry in my womb your embryo. I carry in my womb your bija. So how can I commit suicide? So I am prevented from it. Even that freedom is not there. Are you able to picture the conflict? On the one hand in Rama, on the other side in Sita. Saham tabas surya nivishta drishti urdhvam prasudesharidum yadishye bhuyo yathame jananam darebi tavaiva bharta tvameva bharta nacha viprayoga. You know what I am going to do? Somehow I will bear this child and deliver the child. After delivering the child, I will straight go to the forest and constantly fixing my eyes on the sun, I will do austerity so that don't say your mind is blunted. It is not granite. It's not a pestle made out of iron. It is an immensely flexible, sentient substratum. You can stretch it to any extent. It is deeper than the oceans, vaster than the space. All these are inert matter substances. This is above matter, supramaterial. You can dig out any dimension that you want. So the born child I will abandon. Straight away I will go to the forest. Fixing my gaze constantly on the sun, I will do austerity so that again I will have you as my husband and there will be no separation between us. She adds, see, Nripasya varnashrama palanam yad sayeva dharmo manuna pranidaha nirvasidapyevam atatvayaham tapasvi samanyam avekshaniya. Are you able to appreciate, my dear girls? Huh? What I say? Puriliya. You are not able to appreciate? Can you think like this? Before any conflict, do not yield. Think. Think. Nripasya varnashrama palanam yadi. My dear king, you remember, you are given to upholding the varnashrama dharma, that there are brahmacharis, married people, anchorites and also sannyasins. All of them you have to protect and sustain. That is the duty. This is what Manu has said right from the beginning. Though I have been abandoned by you as a wife in the Grihasthashrama, I am going to do tapasya. So I am an austere tapaswini. So you should treat me like all the other ascetics in this world. At least that treatment you should give us. Are you not able to appreciate what I say? Coming to know such a lady has come. Valmiki Maharshi came and he saw. Immediately he said, I am not going to blame you at all, nor your husband. My role is to ensure that you are safe with your pregnancy and your delivery is ensured. He remembered suddenly what happened. This Valmiki Maharshi was a hunter. He saw, Valmiki Maharshi was Ratnakara. He was a forest dacoit. So he saw a hunter later on killing one of the pair of birds, etc. And there was a lot of sorrow. That sorrow he remembered. He had left his wife and children. And now he decided to look after her. So he said, don't worry. Be with me. You have come to your own home, to your father, he said. Jane visrishtam pranidhanatastvam mithyapavada kshubhidena bharta tanma vyadhishta vishayamtarastam prapta sivaidehi pidurniketam. I know that you are left by Rama. He was agitated by whatever he heard, therefore he has left. But mind you, you are safely in the custody of your own home and your own father. He says, Payoghadair ashrama bala vrikshan samvardhayanti swabalanurupai asamshayam praktanayopapatte stanandhaya pridimavapsyasitvam. Come. There are a number of small seedlings in my ashram. Every day take water and water them. You will feel that kind of a joy, fondness and consolation as if you are a mother breastfeeding your children. See, here are three people who are in conflict. One is Rama, another is Sita. The third is Valmiki. Valmiki was a saint. Why did he feel that I should adopt her and look after her? Was it not a conflicting situation? Did they not exceed in all these? Similarly, my dear souls, now I want 1 million mouths to speak to so many people. Similarly, whenever you feel a conflict posed by your mind, understand that you have a superior intelligence by whose deliberation, by whose timely effort and advice, the mind can be given a far deeper and a loftier dimension. This conflict will be nothing. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what is striking as poison first and becomes nectar next, that is the most purifying form of episode in the world.